is out, and the opener Virendra Sehwag is out, and Anil Kumble is not playing this game because his father expired. Condolences with his family, and that's the New Zealand team.
Yes, and Chris Cairns another big omission there. Hamstring not quite right, and he's having another rest.
Virendra Sehwag not playing because he's not feeling too well. So VVS Lakshman, who's in lovely form, coming in to open the batting with the little champion Sachin Tendulkar.
TVS Cup, who has been batting number 3, set out to open it. And strangely, he's taking strikes, so
rather same decision there. 380 matches, he still doesn't like to face the first delivery.
Here we go, Daryl Tuffy starts proceedings at Cuttack. Just have a look at the scene here. My first match ever for Australia, not an international, but against Eastone, was at this very ground, and I can hardly recognise it from 1979. It looks superb, the outfield's great.
In 2002, no bounce there. Now this is what was being expected here. It's not really going to bounce too well. There's not much in the surface, not much here in the atmosphere.
Well, the early evidence, mid off, mid on, square leg and a backward square leg deep. Maybe that one just straightened up a fraction in the air. It's not a bad delivery.
I think Daryl Tuffy is trying to swing the ball from the legs of the little champion. Run for one, India.
Big sweatbands for Kyle Mills in this humid weather. Here we go. And just a little swing there, Matty. Wasn't that full, but it was just curling away a little.
It's Mohammad Kaif ready to come in at number 3, is he?
Yeah, sneaks past the blade, almost snuck under it. Now, the Indian spinners always do well on their home tracks. I don't really care what the wicket's like.
Well, if you can think like that, I wonder why can't the Indians think like that and play 3 spinners and have an upper hand, really. That's very well bowled from Mills.
And this one played with the open face with the away movement. Mills is just getting a fraction of outswing. What a great time now tactically after you bowled a lot of outswingers to bowl an in-swinger to the new batsman on strike. An outswing again, and through the gap on the offside off the back foot. Trademark Tendulkar, trademark boundary. What a great start for the master. 6 for no wicket. Now Kyle Mills, not a bad delivery, just the width gives Tendulkar some space to play that shot, and he doesn't need much. Length is not bad, movement's good. The smallest of errors, and this man takes advantage. And Tendulkar has just wandered down and had a word to his partner. Perhaps that was about the off-cutters. Trying to hit them on the leg side, because he took that from outside off stump. Effective in as much as he got a single for it, but a low bouncing pitch.
Plenty of time for the batters to have a good look. There he is from the outside off stump. Plenty of time for the batters here, and especially when the ball is new, it's going to come onto the bat to play strokes comfortably.
7 for no wicket. And Mills operating for his second over. Fleming has got rid of the second slip as well. McCullum, keeper Fleming at first. And it'll be a wide. Mills thinks they hit something. We'll get a second look at this. Ah, it didn't hit anything. It's the bowler trying to bluff the umpire, as you've got to do. Through the gap again, TVS Lakshman this time. That'll be for this outfield. Well, they may have had some rain here for a couple of days, but it's quick.
He must be one of the sweetest timers of the ball in world cricket today, TVS Lakshman. Doesn't hit the ball too hard. Plenty of room outside the off stump, just stands there and delivers. Fantastic timing. This is a heavy outfield, let me remind you that. It has been raining here for the past couple of days, so the outfield is pretty wet. It's not hit the ball really hard.
This one beats the man at mid-wicket. Backward square legs chasing around Daniel Vittori. He doesn't get it in time.
You just can't bowl on the leg stump to these Indians. They are very, very strong. Whether it be TVS Lakshman, Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid. You bowl them on the legs, you've got to pay for it. Pay with the boundary.
Tried to compensate, got it too much at the leg stump and paid the penalty, and we have square legs inside the circle. It finally swung a bit. End of the over, 16 for none.
At Mumbai, that was a difficult wicket, averaging 110.
Beats the short cover, beats the regulation cover. It was in the air for a while. That's why Tuppy's got the hands to the head. Brilliantly placed.
He hit it very hard. Stephen Fleming at short extra cover had his legs on his hands. Sachin Tendulkar just didn't bother. That's lovely timing. He knows that Tuffy is not swinging the ball, neither is he seaming the ball. So just went through the line. Was uppish for a little while, but was hit very hard. Disappointment for the bowler. Sachin moves on to 8.
This one comes back at the seam off. We've got a change in field position with the fine leg moving to square leg, pays off and restricts him to a single.
And it is full house here at Cuttack.
Another slower ball. Tuppy's seen a response from the surface. He's running the fingers over it, so he might bowl a few of those. A little more difficult to bowl, but much more effective. Chris Harris is the man behind the point. Got a bad bounce, but had the body behind it.
Nothing much wrong with the delivery, but the sword is really moving swiftly now off the... This is the wicket the kiddies would want now.
He takes some more pace off it. That's held to a single. Louis Vincent does the work. Well fielded out there. 23 for none.
Ashish Nehra, who has been included in the 14, hasn't been included in the 11.
In the air, behind square leg, there's no one there. He's 20 metres further around. 4.
And Sachin Tendulkar's date of birth is 24th April, not the 6th of November. Brings in the fine leg fielder up and bowls it on the legs.
And you can see him manoeuvre the ball around there. He knows there's no ball leg. Look at the risk come over the ball. That's close. And he's given in. Well, Mills gets his revenge. Very full. Certainly wasn't going over. And Tendulkar goes.
I've seen it in fast motion. I thought it was going down the leg side. We'll have to wait and see what's happened here. I think the finger went up too quickly. For sure that was going down the leg side. Mr. Jayaprakash, you've got it all wrong. You've got to take control of that finger. You read it all wrong. Now he's bowling wide of the crease. The ball coming into the batsman. For sure going down the leg side. Now look at, you can see the middle and the off stump. But Jayaprakash had no doubt in his mind. Now, what was he doing there? Sachin Tendulkar gone for 14. 27 for 1 India.
And as Maninder Singh speculated, Mohammad Kaif, who hasn't had a lot of batting so far in this series, has been elevated to number 3.
lucky for Mohammad Kaif. I agree with you that the foot wasn't too far ahead. We'll have a look at this one first. Trying to play it on the onside. Very lucky the ball not carrying to the bowler. Could have been 2 down for India here.
A long way down for Kyle Mills. Kaif off the mark. Oh, well fielded. Oh, that would have been a brilliant play, but not out. 27 for 1.
Well, that would have been one of the most incredible run-outs in one-day cricket. Jacob Oram, the big man, gets down very quickly, direct hit, and Mohammad Kaif would have been in trouble, and he knew that. He was diving into his crease, Mohammad Kaif, who is coming at number 3 about that leg before decision. Kyle Mills getting the wicket. It just gives a bit too quickly the decision for my liking. Not such a bad idea to take a second or two for yourself. To just sort of replay the vision in your mind. He thought that the ball was hitting the stump, so that's one point in favor of Jai Prakash with that decision. Get a run for third man, 30 for 1.
Getting fried in the sunshine here in Cuttack, where we're supposed to get up to about 34 degrees Celsius, somewhere around there. Great outfield, and the surface, well, it's a little slow. Easy to do that. You can just lean on the ball like that. We've seen some boundaries hit off the back foot through cover and then worked off the hips as well. So it's just so much time for the men in the blades.
Ashley Ross, the New Zealand coach, demise and pass on the condolences on behalf of the Indian team to the family of Subrata Guha, former test player from Bengal who passed away yesterday at the age of 56.
It's a belter. And it's a lovely shot, but well stopped as well by Chris Nevin. I'll just get one. 33 for 1.
What's with New Zealand and Chris Gaines, Danny? Every alternate game for Chris Gaines in the series, again not playing today.
The Pakistan series, just prior to Christmas. And it's a lovely stroke. Slower ball bowled by Tuffy. And Nevin's got a bit of work on his hands. I might have to go upstairs there. Just held on to that split second too long. I think that might be signal as 4. He's not a big man. He's nippy. And there, release. Oh, touch and go. It's a close one. Do you give the benefit of the doubt to the fielder? Oh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one upstairs.
The tough one for Shivram, the TV umpire. But just fractions of seconds between it. He reckons that he held on a bit too long. I'm not so sure. Chris Nevin is quite shocked. I think he could have afforded another look at it.
It's not a bad delivery. I just bounced a bit. Lakshman in control enough. End of another over, 38 for 1.
9 overs gone. India 38 for 1. They won the toss here in this day-night match at the Barabati Stadium here in Cuttack. The first day-night match here in Cuttack. It'll be interesting what the lights can do to this ground. It will be the first experience for all of us. And quite a few light towers on the tall ones on this stadium. He'll look for 2, Mohammad Kaif, and should get it comfortably.
Famous cricketers, father and son, both played Test cricket.
Sweetly played. It's gone fine. That's 4. First boundary for Mohammad Kaif.
It's a good delivery. It's across the seam. It's just gone a little bit. He's held this one across the seam to get it to maybe just jump a bit more. Across the seam, it's just bounced fractionally and got more of a thick outside edge. Yes, he was in enough control, Kaif, and was deliberately trying to run it down there, but it's gone finer than Mohammad Kaif had wanted to, and certainly Mills wanted to.
to look at the bounce on that last delivery. It was just about knee-high, and Stephen Fleming would be worried about that. Whether the light and the dew factor might have some effect, I don't know, but the bounce really seems to be diminishing very quickly. Oh, he's past him. That's 4 more. Second 4 of the over. 50 for 1.
Watch Vincent, one of the quickest men. Maybe thought about chasing and got a little bit side on with it. May have been able to cut down the angle, but he is very quick, Lou Vincent. And if he couldn't get it, I don't think anyone else could have.
Big shout from Big Darryl Tuffy. I've been interesting comparing the two leg before shouts. I'm sure that's the same thing that the Tendulkar is talking about in the dressing room. Look at this one.
Well, it pitches fractionally on. Now you just see the keeper starting to go, and you can see off stump and middle. So the pitches have been a lot quicker in front of that and Puma.
Oh, it's gone through his legs. That's 4. So flurry of boundaries, not necessarily from the bat. That's 4 byes to India.
It's a slower ball. It's an unfortunate bounce, but you've got to get something in the way. And Brendan McCullum on this occasion blew it.
That's 4 more. Smartly played by Mohammad Kaif.
Not a great piece of bowling from Big Jake Oram with the fine leg up inside the circle. Even though it was a change of pace, Nevin had no price. As it's slanting down and starts outside leg and just keeps going further. And it's just a birthday present, really. Mohammad Kaif, he knows it.
Because this pitch lacks bounce, you can get away as a bowler, bowling outside the off stump. But anything that's on middle stump will be hard on the leg stump for runs. So they'll have to just realign that line.
He would bowl with it. Now I can appreciate that why, because when you're thinking about running the bowl, you grit your teeth, and I had that problem. Oh, just short. Oh, McMillan, 63 for 1.
This time anything around middle leg, and got it for runs on that occasion. A close call for VVS Lakshmi in the air, and there's a fielder place especially for that shot, just falling into short. That fielder Scott Starr is finishing a good over.
Those offside fields when Chris Harris comes into play straight away. So LS have obviously got a plan going.
Jay Prakash always makes decisions in a hurry.
Cuttack. Haven't seen too many Kiwi supporters around as sneak through for a single. Not a partial misfield, it's really a good stop. Is deep. Saving ones, it's straight. To play the man at deep backward square leg. Mohammad Kaif hurried for a single, but Vittori has a very good arm. His left arm finger spinners. They can throw well. Oh, that one comes back off the seam. Well taken, Brendan McCullum.
Will tend to keep slow and low. Bit of seam movement as well.
I'll have to save that piece of tape because that's the first ball I've seen move off the seam.
Well, he finds the gap. Minimum of effort. Picks up a boundary. Mohammad Kaif to end the over. It's 74 for 1.
That is just a great shot. Nothing wrong with the delivery. Good line, good length. And the hands are so quick through there.
Once again, erring on the shorter side.
A move for Vittori.
Could be tight. Makes it in the end, but it's always going to be tight. We have to run around.
He goes with the shot. That was the key to this.
Number 3 usually, but opening this time around. Good delivery to end the over. 77 for 1.
Well, India after a reasonable start, just lost the 1 wicket.
Okay.
In the air for a while, and he's out. He's claiming a Styrus. He's gone. Well, that did come as a surprise. Good catch though from Scott Styrus.
Well, he provided the breakthrough even when India played New Zealand in Chennai. Not in the right slot to be driven, not the kind of pitch where the ball comes onto you quite easily. So Lakshman not in a position to play it on the up. He's gone for 31. Cotton ball stops Styrus. 77 for 2.
The Indian captain Rahul Dravid comes to the crease for the second wicket. Oh, what? Easily off the mark. Looks very much the man in form. They was brought on at the death, really crucial time when the batsman needed some big hits. And Andrew Simons provided that. Mind you, he got some wickets as well. Through the gap, and there's nobody out protecting the fence at the moment. They're all inside the circle.
No sweeper. He's been in for a while. Minimum of feet movement, but what he has is the hand-eye coordination. He knows this is the fast outfield. Gets the sweetest part of the bat. Good extension there. Doesn't bother running.
The opportunity stuck into the captain early. Big shout. This is against Cape.
Thank God we got something right, Danny. We did say it was going to be slow and low. And the toss.
Styrus, 4 overs, 1 for 16. Just a single squirted out there on the covers. Vincent tidies up. So the lights too. New ground.
Oh,
See how low that keeps. Get a single. After 20 overs, it's 85 for 2.
It's not that bad, but take a look at that. Well, he had made it in the end, but he had to really hurry in the end. In the 30-yard circle, saving the 1. Just the 1 there. Now that is going to put a lot of pressure on the batsman to get the ball through these fielders for the boundary. Caref will be the one with the responsibility to get the boundaries. They're betting on it. Trying to put some pressure. Oh! There's one of those. Well, that's a gift. There's nobody fine on the leg side. And we've seen a couple of those happen to New Zealand today. They would be pretty cross with that performance.
Well, having set the field with a deep backward square, Kyle Mills, no chance whatsoever. Just shows you just getting into that leg stump line. That is what's going to happen. Keith just loves it there. Another sweeper out there. Craig McMillan. 91 for 2. So almost the eastern boardwalk of India. Just how much lower and slower. And he was saying, if you dig down, how far?
Just about a foot, Danny, and then you get water. But there's such a lot of water underneath the surface.
It's nicely played. And a typical shot for right-handers versus Vittori. Daryl Tuffy does well. The big mitt down. Time for 3.
Into the vacant areas. Now this is very delicately done. There is a deep square leg. He's actually made contact from outside the off stump. There's not a lot of pace, and yet he's managed to get 3. And that's good fielding as well.
Just a little weak side at the moment. His last 2 deliveries. 95 for 2. Trying to be a little bit different, a little bit off-putting. She's got styles and variations, and so get down to third man. Easy work from Jake Oram.
Didn't do well in the domestic cricket prior to the series. Now he's gone for that. He's very quick. Now this was an opportunity for him now. Although he's just been out once in the one-day series so far. And if he can get a good score, that could be close. No says Narendra.
Worth a shout. This pitch is on, starting to go further. Now you can almost see middle stump there. So that's what Neil Mellor would have been aware of. Almost see middle stump, easily sliding down.
Goes too far across. Sometimes has to work the balls across the pad, as we saw on that.
Just that score, I think around 230, 240. Cutting second. And Lou Vincent couldn't quite gather.
This could have been tight. Now they say that if you run unhesitatingly, you seldom get run out. It's only when you hesitate.
And again, favouring that shot. And that's well stopped by Fleming. 103 for 2.
If he has a good day, then there's going to be a lot of pressure on India. Again, very creatively done. And that should be 4. It's a losing battle for Mills. Wonderfully played. Mohammad Kaif at his best.
Just starting to get a little more vocal. Dravid. Just that little neat dab. We saw that from Kaif a couple of overs ago. And the skipper getting into the act as well. Chris Harris might wince. If you're going to bowl in that zone, you've got to be careful. Unlike where he bowled a couple of 2 or 3 deliveries ago, where he was in that zone, right off stump. Now, yeah, around that off stump, you just have to be there, just so tight. Just almost non-existent. Has to wait a long time, Kaif, for this. Just open the blade. Love taking on spinners. Oh! Just so risky, trying to hit the ball so late.
Bowling, Danny.
14 for 2. Chris Harris. It's around that little line, the radar there. Vittori busy again.
Where's that?
Wanting to hit off stump. Incredibly humid. Another neat little dab to finish the 27th over. New Zealand are 118 for 2. Just wonder if any of these two out in the middle with the bats in their hand. And they get amongst it. Well, happy to deal in singles at the moment. Just happy to nudge it around, rotate the strike. That boundary quite possibly take care of itself. I think Aaron under lights. And on this pitch, Harris dives in vain. Sweeper cleans up. Chris Nevin.
Absolutely. I think New Zealand need a wicket now. Both these batsmen are set, and they're pretty content. They're not taking any risks, just getting those singles, keeping the scoreboard ticking.
It has been hard work. Oh, he's excited. So are the crowd. Good comeback for Mohammad Kaif. Batting up the order, batting at 3, gets the opportunity, and he has made it count.
So that is his 6th 50 in one-day cricket.
It's a lovely stroke. Dravid just rocks back and punches this through the covers. 127 for 2. With 50 up for Kaif, and also the 50 partnership up between Dravid and Kaif. Lovely shot off the back foot. So much time.
And ensure a comfortable lead in the points tally.
Yes, the conditions suiting the Indians. The toss won by the Indians. I thought the toss was very important, Sanjay, here, because this surface keeps getting slower and lower as the game progresses, and especially under lights.
See again the low bounce on the pitch. Two of the more hard-working batsmen now together for India. Bad ball. He'll look for two. Dravid just went a bit too quickly. 132 for two. And after that, it's been these two. It's been so important, this form of Mohammad Kaif. He's such a valuable player for India in one-day cricket. Oh, that could have been easily nicked on a bad day for a batsman.
And not only persisted, Sanjay, in this game they've sent it at number 3.
Runs it down to third man. Score moves on to 134 for 2. He's gone. Dravid has holed out at mid-wicket. Daniel Vittori has got a smile on his face. He's given his team an important breakthrough.
In the previous game also, when India and New Zealand played together, this was a shot that Rahul Dravid played offishly, and he made that same mistake here again. Now what I feel, when he steps out, his head falls a little forward. That is why this ball goes in the air towards mid-wicket. Cyrus makes no mistake. Dravid gone for 31, 136 for 3 India.
Yuvraj Singh walks in at the fall of the captain's wicket. Rahul Dravid got an impressive record, Yuvraj Singh. And he liked the company of Mohammad Kaif, something that we know pretty well by now. He doesn't like starting against the spinners. Just wonder from that reaction of Daniel Vittori, whether there was something more to it than just a miss.
Same fashion, same fielder.
He's gone up in the air. He's going to be out. Kyle Mills is getting under that one. Now he's taken a catch. I would be interested in having a look after he's taken the catch, whether when he was finishing it, the ball was touching the ground. It's just my instinct. I haven't sensed anything untoward here. Kyle Mills takes this catch, and as he lands on the ground, was the ball touching the ground? Yuvraj Singh, I think, was pretty instinctive there with his shot. Or had he finished the sequence, we'll come back to that. He's gone for duck, 136 for 4. Well, there is depth in the Indian batting today. Hemang Badani walks in at the fall of the 4th wicket. Hemang Badani, the last time he was here at the Baravati Stadium, I remember him playing a match-winning innings for India. Well, he's got it off the edge, Hemang Badani. He'll get 2 runs. Mohammad Kaif will comfortably come back for the 3rd. Darryl Tuffy with the throw.
That's the advantage of having players like Mohammad Kaif in the side. They run between the wickets so well. He's a brilliant fielder. Everybody here must have thought that this is just 2 runs, but Mohammad Kaif is very, very quick between the stumps. It's very good fielding from Butler.
He can just curb the singles at this stage, which is his intention. They would have done well. How lucky was that for Mohammad Kaif?
Wanted to cut this time, the ball coming in with the arm, keeping very low, Sanjay. I at once thought it hits the stumps. 30-yard circle to stop him from doing that.
He's going to push the fielder. 145 to 4. Jacob Oram continues, and a much better bowling performance for New Zealand. In the last match, Darryl Tuffy was the outstanding bowler, didn't quite have the support of some of the other bowlers today. That should be 4. It's found the gap between the 2-point fielders. First boundary for Hemang Badani.
Well, he loves it in that area, Hemang Badani. Absolutely fantastic shot. He knew what he was doing. Just opened the face of the bat. Using the pace of the ball. Placed it well. It's very important that the Indians have a good partnership here between these two if they have to have a big total.
Hemang Badani should come back for the second.
Good to see the Indians running so well between the wickets. These two youngsters really run the first one very hard.
Finds the edge. But Hemang Badani had a chance to bat against the New Zealanders in a 3-day game in Rajkot.
Oh, this is the bottom edge. A good slow ball from Styrus. Cape will come back for 2 comfortably. Couldn't get in the way of it.
They're taking the pace off the ball. It's always going to be difficult to play behind square.
Scuff up. What about a single? It wasn't there. 37 overs gone. It's 159 for 4.
He's fielded well, but missed an important opportunity last game that play on his mind for the rest of his career. Has he made good enough contact? He has. Badani on a roll. He's a lovely player. Taking on Daniel Vittori, who's in his last over.
Down on 1 metre. Classic sweep. And gets it just right. See the way that ball spun too. He got it pretty well in the middle of the blade. Loves to sweep there. It shows the difference between Badani and Yuvraj Singh. And the reverse as well. And McMillan will do well to get this. It has just got so fast this outfield. All the way. Consecutive boundaries. India loving it.
What a magnificent shot this. The earlier one was picked off from just outside the line of off, and Daniel Vittori getting to a line further outside the off stump. Badani going for the sweep. The reverse one this time. Waited till the end, watched the ball onto the bat.
Vittori is trying to settle in and bowl some dot balls. Badani is in super touch. He'll come back for 2. Evans throw. It's a joy to watch.
He certainly is for somebody who started off as a left-arm fast bowler. Goes to the rest sweep and misses it. Ended Vittori's over spell. It's 169 for 4. And he's bowled him. Another wicket falling just as when a partnership was building. Styrus the man to strike once again.
That is a beauty, and what a good time for Scott Styrus to strike. He's bowled particularly well today. Changes of pace. This one seam up. Little inside edge. And Mohammed Kaif.
For what's left, the next part of the innings. A poor shot from Mohammed Kaif because Hemang Badani was on a roll. It's going at a strike rate of 140, and all Mohammed Kaif needed was to stay right till the end of 50 overs. The ball sealing back in. Angle of the bat. Just look at that.
Top scorer today. He has gone for 64. India 169 for 5.
Sairaj Vautule, the new man in, getting an opportunity because of the unfortunate circumstances that Anil Kumble had to miss out. He's had a very good season last season in the domestic circuit. It's off the mark straight away. The young generation that you're watching now.
From overs 42 onwards.
There is protection in the deep, just a single. Badani will keep strike, 171 for 5. Chris Harris and Stephen Fleming. Good bit of work. Certainly sort of stopped the boundary there.
A well-struck shot through the covers. Badani hit the sweetly. First the misfield. Vittori tidying up. It wasn't the best of throws.
Vautule this time. He's doing the right thing by picking up singles and giving Badani the strike.
These two new batters. Badani has been there for 23 balls. Good strike rate, 113. He's got 26 to his name. And this is just smashed down the ground. My word. Just stand and deliver.
The stamp of authority. Good use of the backswing. He can hit the ball very hard, him Padani.
Launches to this. There's protection back there, but a comfortable 2 will be had. And we saw Craig McMillan get the finger waved at him in Mohali. That second test match of running on. So New Zealand, they want this pitch nice and cleaned up.
Good delivery to end the over. 182 for 5. Plenty of options there for Stephen Fleming. Edged, and it'll be a boundary. Baltule, the man, will relieve a little bit of pressure. Always good to get a boundary the first couple of deliveries in an over.
And Botley will tell you, that's right where I wanted to put it. Just wide of the keeper, just tease him. And get a fine for falling. The bowler is disgusted. Fortunately, in one-day cricket, that happens so often. Thrashing at it, not timing it. Happy with 1. Daniel Vittoria a wee shy.
It's only misleg.
Watch that. Just because you've had your turn at bat.
It wasn't intentional. The moment he realized he was in the danger area, he moved away. 42 gone. It's 190 for 5. Bit of inside edge. We'll run the first one hard. Daniel Vittori, very swift there.
Well, that's a good decision from a former opening new ball bowler, you see.
We'll look for 2, these 2. A few moments earlier, intentionally he's running on the surface, then they can warn him. Over the top, has he got it? Oh, that would have been a magnificent catch. Stephen Fleming gets his hand to it.
And he is left-handed. Lovely piece of bowling. Again, the slower ball. It's at the toe of the blade. And it would have been a great catch. Well, not a great catch, a useful catch. I think he got there. He got there all right, Stephen Fleming. Made good ground. A little hop and a skip. And his big left hand.
Just these lights here at Cuttack just look a little different to me. Amber perhaps is better given by A.V. Jayaprakash. Leg before is Hemant Vidani, or Sairaj Bhautule, beg your pardon, looking to hit across the line, and Scott Styron is having a good day here.
Working across the line, pitches on the stumps, hits him on the back pad in front of middle. Bhautule goes OEW Stars for 11, 194 for 6.
Well, as we've been saying, the Indian batting runs deep today. Ajit Agarkar with 22 of 10 balls against Australia at Gwalior. Well, even I was struggling, to be fair to the fielder at third man. Darryl Tuffy just lost the ball completely.
Completely lost it. The ball was almost to the boundary. There's Darryl Tuffy. Where is it? Where is it? It went that away, went that away. And the ball is dirty. I think they might change it now. Darryl Tuffy to right of the screen. He wouldn't have got it. It would have been 4 anyway, but
Now he's concentrating. 198 for 6. In spite of that last boundary for Scott Styron, still very impressive figures for him. Vidani is on strike. No. Just the color of the light here. Jeff was talking about it earlier. It's not the white light that you see normally at all cricket grounds. definitely have better eyesight than I do, because I completely lost it. I was looking at Daryl Tuffy, who was frozen. He's bad at everything. He had to preserve his wicket as well, because the big guns or the big wickets were already lost for India. And that's not a bad shout. It was going to be a sort of a routine flash off the bails. Then he spotted the foot just going off air.
Well, there should be a better shot of it. He's in front there. Well, I couldn't give that out.
Giving the batsman out, or giving the benefit of doubt as well. 4 overs to go now. After this ball, Scott Starris continues. That's gone up in the air. Another teaser for Fleming. Another single to India. 206 for 6.
Leading edge here. Another slow ball from Starris. It hangs in the air for an eternity, and well, just a pace or two.
Big shot from the 2, and it's given. Hemant Badani stands his ground for a while to make his reaction very clear.
Well, Tuffy is as delighted as Badani not. Maybe the bat hitting the ground. Anyway, Badani goes. 41 or 45 for him. It's 206 for 7.
Harbhajan Singh can be quite an exciting batsman in these stages. Has a good ball sense, and it's all bat. Harbhajan Singh gets off the mark. Great tap! That's a good shot, but straight to the fielder. Daryl Tuffy picks up another wicket. And in the dying stage of Indian innings, the runs are not coming, the wickets are falling for sure.
They had the fieldsman here for Agarkar a lot. That's the second time in this series has been caught there. That's straight down McMillan's throat. Agarkar out for 7. It's 207 for 8.
Daryl Tuffy to Harbhajan Singh. Gets a single off a mistime shot.
Glasses a la Daniel Vittori.
$209 for 8. In the 48th over. That's 4. And it's a good thing the crowd was cheering, because again I lost the ball watching it live.
Best start for Warren, half on the outside off stump, and a very good start for Zahir Khan. That is a batsman-like shot.
Struggling to see it live here. One bounce, couple of bounces to Ian Butler in the deep. Does well, just a 1 run. Ian Butler, the fielder. Time to pick up singles for India, when ideally it should have been a time for the big shots. But we have the sunrise very early, and as a result the sunset down very quickly. Straight and hard, and that's 4. Welcome boundary for India. End of the over, 222 for 8. Clean hit for a 4, bisecting the 2 fielders in the deep.
This time it was the Yorker from Tuffy, 130 kilometres per hour, and eventually well run as they pick up a single off a very good delivery to that, right on the batting crease. That is the place to bowl.
Ball in. Another wicket for Daryl Tuffy. The day or the evening is getting better and better for the strike ball of New Zealand.
He drags it back a long way, right on the middle stump, and off he goes. Bowled by Daryl Tuffy for 5.
Murali Karthik walks in, the last batsman for India. This time he gets a single, gets off the mark, Murali Karthik, to get the big hitter of the two on strike. Zair Khan gets a single, will keep the strike, 226. Last over of the innings. Daniel Vittori has spotted the ball early, gets around it, and a couple of more runs to India. I think this is the famous clock tower. Pitch dark outside the stadium, and we are just about 6:10 local time in the evening. Well done in the deep. Chris Nevin is the fielder. A couple of more runs to India. Zair Khan is playing actually a very good innings here for India. He's moved on to 70 valuable runs.
A great shot. It's a batsman-like stroke. Zahi has gone orthodox.
Gone up in the air. This should clear the fielder comfortably. That's a big one.
Slow ball. Down on one knee. Take that.
First six of the match for India. Hit by the number 10 batsman. There he goes again. And that's thrown away to another boundary. Kyle Mills at long off had no chance to get around it. Excellent batting by Zair Khan.
Keeps his head still. Doesn't try to slog it across the line. This really goes off the middle of the bat. A couple of bounces on the practice wickets. No chance for the all.
Last ball of the innings. It's again straight and it's another six. What an over this has been for India. Zair Khan decimated Jacob Oram last over. Tremendous batting, and look at the score that India finished up with. 246 for 9 in their 50 overs and 20 runs in this last over from Jacob Oram.
Oh, he should be bowling Yorkers, and he's got the length of about a foot wrong. He allows the batsman to get underneath it instead of bowling it right up in the block hole. And the fast bowler's got plenty of power. 1-6 over long off, 1 over long on, and that went flat and quick.
That might just be the turning point of the match. You made a good point, Jeff, about the head being still. So in the end, that late flourish by Zair Khan getting India to some respectability here with the total 246 for 9. Mohammad Qaib, the top scorer, with 64. Hemant Badani, 41.
See a great deal of turn. They all depend on the start that New Zealand get, and Stephen Fleming will be very concerned about that start.
So it's going to be an important period of play. The first 15 overs in this run chase. Zair Khan will commence from the far end. Zair Khan has had this problem initially in the first few overs, playing the ball around, giving those extra runs in terms of wides and no balls. Reduced to 33.
Yes, he will have the juices flowing.
Well, we were talking about starts. Both teams, as far as they're concerned, haven't had great starts in terms of what's relative for this moment. Good delivery there. Getting back to Indian bowling, they went for 81 without picking up any wickets against Australia and Gwalior. As far as the Indian bowling and the New Zealand batting is concerned, but this, one feels, is going to be a test of character. First runs for him in the tournament. There is a bit of dew. It will slow the outfield just a bit. Mohammad Qaib and Yuvraj in the act.
first scoring stroke of the series, and a very impressive one as well. Good placement, a good chase. Two Indian youngsters, Mohammed Kaif, good slide stop, just gets it back to Yuvraj.
Well, that's edged, and a boundary. Very good delivery. As Henry was just making a point, no second slip.
Now, would this have carried to a second slip? Probably not. May have gone through third slip. It's a very good piece of bowling, unrewarded.
Big appeal there. And was not impressed. 1 over gone, 7 without loss, New Zealand.
Good Simpson just nips back off the seam. And a little bit high.
Ajit Agarkar it is. There is a little bit of swing in the air. We saw it from Zahid Khan in the first delivery from Agarkar. Another good delivery. Like to see the second slip in place.
Great seam, swings and then continues on with the line of the swing. And Rahul hasn't been keeping since the World Cup.
Getting the charge once again. There is a bit of confusion. Oh, that would have been a run out.
It's almost on the charge, Niven, and Fleming's doing some ball watching rather than responding to his partner. And the throw hits Niven on the way back. Look at him charge down the crease there. Fleming's ball watching, he should not be doing that. He should be responding to his partner's call.
We'll come back to that. Yeah. 2 runs at the over. It's 9 without loss. Well, 9 without loss. Still looking for the first wicket, the Indians. Well, catch it, let it shout. Tendulkar will pull it out. Certainly will go down as a chance. I think Zahid Khan stopped a couple of runs there. Big, tall, fast bowler, firmly struck shot, getting down in time.
It's nowhere near a half volley, and he does exceptionally well to get a finger on it, and that really goes in save a couple of runs category rather than a drop catch. The ball's coming back to his left, the body's moving to his right, and your balance says, well, that's hard to do. Just got a finger on it.
Yeah, he's pretty good in that area. He's played it away nicely. Could get a boundary. Yes, he does.
The left-hander bowler bowling into the left-handed batsman, the angle just suits Fleming to play that stroke. Unless Zahir can get the ball to go away.
Well, that promises about a field change, but the result remains the same. You can't stray onto Stephen Fleming's pads. What no?
This is a Khubsurat shot. Timed, placed, and some power as well.
Well, stunned silence in the crowd. Well, a miscue there. Looking for second, decide against it. The opportunities are there, but it's not coming India's way.
There's a little chip with the sand on here. Straight back over the umpire's head, it's always safe. I think Fleming was aiming there though, it's only a bit squarer.
Bit of inside edge. Running the first one hard. Good effort in the end. No, the ball beats the fielder. Mulli Karthik, the fielder. Well, not good enough. Be disappointed, not the kind of way that you want to start off a game, your comeback match. Yep. Well, he's found the gap and will reach the fence. Runs scored in boundaries.
Well, this is a terrific shot from Chris Nettle, a square drive. Got the weight going forward, beautifully played. Wasn't a bad ball by He won standards from Zahir Khan. It's a fraction over pitch, but no width on it. I've seen very little of Nevin on the tour with his 2 ducks so far, but
That's the reason why Zahir Khan has decided to go for the change of angle. And also the new factor, which will be pretty important. Goes very wide into crease Zahir Khan. The kind of feel that he's got. Highly over-optimistic in the feeling.
we'll get another look at this. It seems it's very high. Almost hit him above the level of the stumps there.
He's found the gap in the offside now. Forward gap once again. In the combination of Yuvraj does a brilliant job.
It's the second time in this innings. Good batting from Fleming. He's got the leg side blocked up with blue uniform, so he goes through the covers. Case slips back, or throws back. Singh.
That's a beauty. The best so far. Presenting the full face of the bat was Stephen Fleming, and nobody bothered running for it.
It's hard to imagine a shot better hit than that. Abbreviated follow through. Lovely shot. Bowling Cuttack. He's been hit down the ground with a full delivery the ball before. Instead of coming back with a shorter length ball, he pitches it up. Fleming falls over it. Misses it. That was hitting middle. Stephen Fleming out for 24. It's 39 for 1.
And surprise, surprise, number 3. Not Lou Vincent, Chris Harris. Out there in the middle. Well, there was excitement there. Was there a bit of bat onto that? Must be a bit of inside edge there.
He talked about Agarkar making breakthroughs. This is almost another one, another slow ball. But he is a wicket taker, but he does concede runs.
A bit of variable bounce there. It's 40 for 1.
In towards his thumb on that side of the ball, so it pushes towards the in to a left-hander, just like that. He's got a big shot and he's been given. He's gone. Chris Harris, the pinch hitter to do the job, can't do it.
This is a good decision by Neil Mallinder. Hits him in line. Oh, or was he talking about a bit of inside edge onto the pads? Was he complaining about that? We'll have to come back and reconfirm that. He's gone for duck, 40 for 2. Lou Vincent, the number 4 batsman for New Zealand now. Rahul Dravid will be extremely pleased with the result here. He's got 2 big wickets. Cuttack is alive at the moment. Chris Harris was the last wicket. This man is all G'd up. Well, no wonder Chris Harris was shaking his head when he left the ground. It's fair to say he's not had a good game. He's made a few mistakes. Very much an emphasis. Let's get the one. Lou Vincent gets off the mark.
Of the delivery. Last ball of this 8th over. Nevin advancing. And a misfield. We're going to take the single. 43 for 2.
Zahir Khan decides to come round the wicket to Chris Nevin. And another shout for Neil Mallinder. Round the wicket, it's the angle. that will invariably take the ball down leg side.
Definitely pitches outside. And there's a difficulty for left arm quick man coming around to a right hander here.
Chris Nevin will get a single to third man.
Very disappointed up there after such a good start. Try and pitch it in line, just to hold its line straight. Like that. Big shout, he's given him! Well, he's got it right, because it's full. And the batsman's trying to work it on the leg side. Lou Vincent, disappointed. He's gone for a single. What a good piece of bowling.
Around the wicket, Zaid Khan. And was there another inside edge onto the pads? We have a suspicion that might be the case. Another look, see whether the ball has changed directions as it comes close to the pad. Not as clear as it was with Chris Harris. 44 for 3. But this man who had a good match so far with the ball, and he's been in decent form with the bat in this series.
Difficult to pick up. There was the faintest of edges. Short, he's gone for it over the top. Chris Nevin, little uppercut. Got to take your head off to the bowler.
I think that's fair enough for me.
Nice crisp stroke for no run. Well, it just proves that lovely real-time replay. That's that. Umpires, they get one look at it. That's all they get. He's strong through there as well, Scott Styris. So is Chris Nevin. And you'd expect the boundary sweepers to go out.
Who's gone 48 for 3.
Hang in there with a couple of partners. It's a lovely stroke for 4.
Crowd cheering that 4 from Chris Nevin. Starting to show some aggression, Chris Nevin. He's had a very ordinary series up to now. His confidence hasn't been great, but this is what he's known for. He's a bit of a dasher, Chris Nevin.
Well, January, February this year for the Wellington Firebirds. They're very innovative and very destructive. Pick up a couple here. Tendulkar not quite quick enough.
Fielder inside the circle, VVS Lakshman was just able to take some pace off the ball. It's looking good at the moment for India with that change. Could be a long-term one. That's a miss. The bowler has a right to be disappointed with that effort. Yuvraj Singh, one of the better fielders, has let that one go.
Well, he got a duck when he batted. And normally he'd stop those. Very confident there at backward point. It's a bit of relief again for Chris Nevin. Lovely piece of timing.
There's a bit more consistency in bounce and a little less turn. But that's not good bowling, not good keeping, and probably wasn't a great shot to miss it either. Might be wides. It is.
The best possible result from New Zealand's perspective, that he missed that shot. And so did Rahul Dravid, because that's 5 runs and another delivery.
Another straight one. Was there an edge? No, 64 for 3. He'd be short backward square leg, but feels deep. A snail trail behind that ball. That is close. That is very close. Maybe just sliding down the leg side.
That was very, very close indeed. Now, how did he get away with that one? It did straighten up, and maybe quite enough.
keeps playing with his bat across his front pad like that, he'll get into more trouble. Dyer hurries off straight away. They won't get Nevin at 67 for 3.
And it's going to be very, very difficult to get it off the square. You've got to be very straight, and you really won't be able to work the ball around if they keep it within the stumps, the spinners.
And when they do get it off the square and outside the circle, afforded by the inner ring. It's good field placement at the moment. In a sense, there's only 2 allowed outside the circle. They've got 6 inside, but 7 inside, including the first slip.
It's a good start by Harbhajan Singh. And that's a good hit, and he's gone. He managed to reach the pitch of the delivery, played across, made substantial contact, but found a fielder in the way. That's 4 down New Zealand.
Well, New Zealand didn't want their set batsman to get out, but he shovels it across the line again. And Yuvraj Singh takes a very good catch in these conditions. The ball's sweat. Nevin's out for 29. It's now 68 for 4. And Miller just shuffles defensively.
Vincent Harris a little disappointed. They've got that inside edge. But now they really need to stitch together a partnership. Not lose too many wickets if they want to stay competitive in this game. Pretty decent effort to start with from Karthik.
A strike from a Miller, but the field's well placed. Still should be only a single. Good field placement, good movement. 73 for 4.
Could be close. It's an over-pitch delivery, but the angle taking it down the leg side.
Lack of spin on that one. Pitches just on leg stumpers.
But they're very circumspect. They've lost 4 wickets.
Yeah.
The lack of turn is almost as though they're playing on cement. This would get them a couple.
Main keeper.
Still no runs. Just the one of it. 81 for 4.
Harbhajan Singh continues, and that will be just one more single. That's the way the Kiwis are getting them at the moment.
It's 4.94 initially, but now it's gone to 5.56. If you do get the balls in the right areas as a spinner, without a lot of deviation off the pitch, you're going to be very difficult to be scored off.
Desmond Haynes, the West Indies, when they got set, they come at you.
Zaid Khan has been off the field for 20 minutes. Well, the captain might want to use him at any stage. This time when he got back. It's in the air. The man getting underneath. Oh, doesn't make it in time. Mohammad Kaif. 90 for 4 after 23. Checked his shot at the last minute. That could have saved him as well. Had it been the better time shot, the well gone down the throat of Mohammad Kaif.
Just checking where New Zealand have now slipped back. So India at this stage were 101 for 2.
Let's feel there once again. This is the tight game. The last time round. India slightly better. Full toss and made full use of. Baltale, the man in the deep. Rare full toss from Murli Kartik. But the batsmen are under so much pressure, they're not able to make full use of it.
Full toss. Knee high. And missed out, taking full toll there. But, patience there, you never know. This crazy old game of cricket. Asking rate is almost 6. Spinners. So control the ball. Polite inquiry. It's the odd ball that might just slip out of the hands. Low full toss. Just pitched outside. Good decision. Comfortable decision. Jay Prakash.
24 gone, it's 93 for 4. That's Sairaj Baltale, the leg spinner. Saw him do that in Gwalior. Started off bowling off spin in Gwalior, then realized the wet ball was skidding off the surface.
Sachin Tendulkar's not too happy about it. But, well, that was
Played firmly down the ground, and Sachin Tendulkar, in fact, had to get around Starris. An easy stop for Sachin Tendulkar. The reverse sweep. Has it got enough? Yes, it has. Very effective the second time around. Excellent shot. He's taken them 79 balls for this boundary. It shows the dominance of the Indian bowlers. Back live.
Oh, and that's turned, and he smiles about that, Scott Starris. Totally deceived in the air and off the pitch.
Oh, the revolution of the ball in the air and the low bounce as well. Karthik in the 7th over is already turned to.
New Zealand just had half their allotted overs. It's not bad in terms of maybe just holding on, and that's a lovely shot. It's going to go all the way.
First bad ball that Murli Kartik has bowled. The ball being on the drier side, there is a little bit of turn, and if you bowl short, you're going to allow the batsman enough time on the back foot and provide the width. A couple of boundaries in 2 overs, kind of adding impetus to the Black Caps innings. Well, he's gone close on a couple of occasions.
That's not a bad shout, I'd have to say, Shiv.
No ball. No ball called. Touch of nerves there for the young leg spinner. We've seen in the recent past, that's a big one for a spinner. Very, very slow to react. It's 116 for 4. Murli Kartik will continue from the pavilion end.
Yeah. 2 more runs to New Zealand. Six wickets in hand. It's about 22 overs to go. That can be achieved. Another couple for Macmillan. The Indians have to be careful here. Murli Kartik in his 8th over. Got to realize that it could easily slip away from them.
Harbhajan Singh for a couple of overs, or the seamers, because he seems to have lost it in the last couple of overs. The ball has been bowling outside the leg stump, and he pays the penalty here. Leg buys. 4 runs for New Zealand here. The ball properly, it's really getting wet. This one swerving more than expected. And in this over,
Big shout for leg before. Now says Jay Prakash.
this is the line he normally bowls.
Finish was good. 124 for 4.
Bowling side, get it. The foreign body, Sanjay. Sairaj Baltale.
Sairaj Baltale after 5 years and 9 months. That's hit hard in the vacant space. This might just turn out to be a little dangerous for India. Partnership now 61.
Sairaj Bhautule on the leg stump. Sanjay, I feel he needs to do a bit of work on his body. Action, Sairaj Bhautule. That arc has to be there for a spinner, for him to put all his body into his bowling.
Well, get the crowd roaring that directed, but the batsman had safely made his ground.
Sairaj Bhautule. Now let's have a look at that action. Now this body is bent forward and it is still there. Now that arc that Daniel Vittori makes, or Harbhajan Singh makes, or Anil Kumble makes, he doesn't have that, and until and unless he has that arc, I can't see him getting very effective. Good fielding from Zahir Khan, direct hit.
Another run to the New Zealand total, 131 for 4. McMillan was halfway down the pitch.
What the Indians need here is a wicket.
Those are the batting averages, but it's the form in one-day cricket, recent batting form that matters. Direct hit, and that could have been trouble for Scott Cyrus. Good backing up by Murli Karthik.
It's good fielding from Yuvraj Singh. It would have been very close. Well done, Murli Karthik. He saved some runs for his team.
Batsmen from all over the world. Top order, please. Their average is in the 40. That's 4. Big gap on the onside. In fact, it was the first boundary conceded by Zahir Khan.
It's a great shot, and the fielder at square leg just couldn't pick that up. Sanjay, at times I feel the lads are not good enough, but the players in the middle haven't complained. The only complaint we saw from the batters in the middle was when the ball got old and dirty. And Neil McMillan is there. They'll keep rotating the strike, they'll keep getting runs. Keep the scorer busy. A very busy player. I can't see him posing any kind of threat, Sanjay, with that bowling action. It becomes very predictable, very easy to read.
There it goes. A long distance. The first 6 for New Zealand, and it comes from the bat of McMillan.
It was a well-flighted delivery, and McMillan, who's in a very dangerous mood at the moment, has realized that the ball is not really swinging, so made it over square leg without a problem.
Partnership of 77. They've realized the ball isn't turning much. It's also going quickly off the bat now.
At one stage it had gone up to around 5.75. Now it's 5.32. It's a good delivery. Extra shoulder, extra back behind that delivery. And the Indians realizing now that they need to break this partnership. Just 100 runs more required for the Kiwis to win this game.
Does sweat a lot, Rahul Dravid. Taken the helmet as well as the cap off. Shiv Sundar Das again in the deep. .150 for 4 New Zealand.
Sort out these bats. And that's a beautiful stroke. Just used his feet nicely here, Scott Styris. Very sensible stuff from the New Zealanders at the moment.
He's looking at the cricket ball like a football. Good use of the feet. Excellent shot. Always a good thing to do when the bowler comes in for a fresh spell. He's got to start all over again. Well, this is something that they were reluctant to do in the early part of the match.
And it's just ticking along nicely for the Kiwis. Must-win game for the men in black. They have to win this match. Jacob Oram, top left there, the big fella. Next in, down to come in. Double piece of fielding, a little bit of confusion there. Styrus thought about it. Good commitment. Yuvraj.
It's a key position for Harbhajan as well, the mid-wicket area. Playing it late. Not in full control, Yuvraj Singh. Imagine him doing the right thing. Well, he's got to fill in with somebody. Baltale's bowled 3 overs. Sachin has already bowled 1, which is 4 overs. He's got to fill 6 overs with somebody. Sachin probably bowled this one. Another 5 overs. Tendulkar in the second over.
The play of his ability, 26.35. It's a nice stroke there. There's a trademark. Craig McMillan. And his 50 has come up in good time. Millen off just 61 balls.
And in a very crucial game. 18th half century. 3 4s and a 6. He's the man to take the initiative.
Sixes, just the one. A lot of those singles. It's been the order of the day here in Cuttack. Slow pitch and then putting pressure on the fielders like we've just seen them. Another single.
Oh! 168 for 4.
That's not a great delivery. A man with a golden arm has speared it down the leg side. Couple of wides. Rightly so. Ball will be very damp now.
Well, that's means 50. Very well deserved one. And what a way to get it.
My word, he has time sung through there tonight. It is a beautiful innings. Well timed. So he moves into 53. His teammates delighted. Still very tense. But this here is such a strength of his. Scott Styrus just uses the pace, works it beautifully off his legs. And even another half century. He's a great 18 months, Scott Styrus.
To mention lapse in concentration, not a great shot from Styrus. Lucky to get away.
Pressure mounting for India. It's just a single at will at the moment. Very hard to hold. The batsman in fine form.
These two are so very well set. Another single. It's 181 for 4. Bowling change. Murali Karthik being introduced. The fielders in the deep finding it difficult to pick up the balls because the light towers here look very high. It's the shorter side.
Out in the deep doing the sweeping. There's just perhaps not enough lighting. Need more bowls. Again, you just can't bowl there to Scott Styrus. Not if you haven't got a mid-wicket sweeper, because that's what happens.
It's becoming all very easy. Over pitching. So the ball coming on nicely with a little bit of dew. It's going to be easy picking, so somebody like Styrus is very strong through the mid-wicket area. That takes him well ahead of McMillan. He's on 62, 4 boundaries in that. Over the top, wide of the man, Khan. Another boundary. They are in a hurry to finish it off.
Well, he is. He looked to go downtown, and he managed to get a boundary. Thought about going all the way. Just checked it a little bit. Didn't quite get enough on it to go all the way for 6. But a couple of bounces, and the dancing shoes on again. That's what's impressed me about McMillan and Styris. Confident enough, use their feet down the track.
Well, 2 wins will be important from New Zealand's perspective. 1 here, the toss to Gwalior. Another day game.
Craig McMillan. Test series to come good, and did. Now again, there's that sweep.
And apart from these jokes that we've been cracking, I think after the World Cup, this is potentially one of the best triangulars with India, Australia, and New Zealand. 3 top teams competing.
A couple of not outs. Ino, Mahali.
Come on, Jed!
Pressure on the field.
Right, come on!
195 for 4.
Big shout and give him. Oh, Jake Cash, he's come to the party. He's not happy, Scott Styris. And I can see why. This has drifted. Interesting to see the replay. Not happy, Scott Styris.
Another leg before decision in the New Zealand innings. Karthik. Well, hit him in line. How far forward was he? There was an element of doubt. He's gone for 16. 195 for 5.
Strike rate's okay. A couple of half centuries with the best against Australia.
Well, it was quite justified being upset. Styris. 40 overs gone. 196 for 5.
Ajit Agarkar dropped into the attack after a fair while. Been very impressive with his bowling in the last 2 matches, in fact. All of a sudden, the crowd here in Cuttack sense that there is a chance for India to come back. And Ajit Agarkar will play along with the crowd and use this atmosphere to enhance his own performance here. Still New Zealand in a good position. Just that slight door open for India to come back in. He's got that one through. It's gone quickly to the boundary. Jacob Oram has been in good form for New Zealand, brings up the 200.
Oram's been in good form for the bat. He does take a big stride. The other person who's been in great form is Mohammed Khalif. Virtually nothing's got past him in the cover.
200 for 5. New Zealand. Well, this is another new ball, the 4th one that's been changed. Makes you wonder whether day-night cricket is really working in some parts of the country. Well stopped by Rahul Dravid.
That was a chance for Oram to put one away through the covers. Bad miss.
Just finding it a little difficult to come down on these low deliveries, Hemant Badani. That's a good over from Badani, just the 3 runs coming off it. 203 for 5.
And it's a fair way down. A bit wide if he wasn't hit. A couple of runs. Oh no, that'll be 4. And you can see how wet it is down there. Makes it very difficult for the fieldsman. Oh, that's very well timed.
Just straying in line was Ajit Agarkar. Slippery conditions. And of course, it took New Zealand a little while to realize that there were more. A beautiful shot. That went so quickly to the backward point boundary. Two loose deliveries punished severely by Macmillan.
Yeah, not a good one. Short and wide, and Agaka does not normally bowl there with the old ball, but this is not such an old ball. They've just changed it. One reason it's shot off the bat.
Yeah, this is not turning out to be a good start or a good over for Ajit Agarkar. It's been very good until now.
Which is all a bit of fish and chip wrapping, really, because if you're given out, the problem was the reaction. He's outside the line, definitely playing this shot. Well, for this one, that's just hitting me outside. A bit high as well. That is small, the spot that Agarkar has to get. And that's a big stride down the wicket as well.
Attempt to play the shot. Yep. His Scott's tired wasn't anything as convincing in that attempt, so that may have gone against him with that decision. Because most umpires, generally when they see that long stride, tend to go with the batsman. Rahul Dravid is keeping wickets today. It's not been such an easy day for him. It's another bye.
Just carries, not the specialist.
Wide! 214 for 5. Hemant Badani with his left arm spinners in his second over. Wide. Great fielding. I think he's gone. He's gone upstairs. Calendar has asked for the assistance of the third umpire. Somehow the Indians aren't celebrating too much. Maybe something amiss there.
Look, with the naked eye, I think a direct hit's a really big problem for Oram. Great piece of fielding. Guess who? Mohammed Khan. Now the pickup. Oh, it is out. That is a great pickup. We have been criticising Rahul Dravid for his keeping, but this is a great pickup, and that is out. Great work, the captain. Another crucial wicket. The throw is all but perfect. Now he's leaning away and throws it. That is sensational stuff. You don't see better than that.
And an absolute brilliant moment there from the counter for big Jacob Oram. Also a big wicket at this stage. So that will keep the crowd interested. The score 214-6. That 150 in his career came in the last game, so that's going to be crucial for Brendan McCullum and New Zealand. Timing run-outs, brilliant. 6 fielders, 7 fielders inside the circle.
Well, New Zealand haven't quite got run pressure on them just yet.
The next 30 minutes, absolutely vital for New Zealand. 216 for 6. Singh is on the ball. He does well to get McCullum on strike. You'd expect the fielders now to come in. Pull the hard to get another change bowler. That's the temptation for McCullum. Mid-on and mid-off inside the circle. And a left-arm spinner who doesn't spin the ball too much. 3 runs so far from the Yuvraj Singh over. Last ball of the over. Use of the feet and he's hit it straight down the pitch. It's a chance that was taken by McCullum. He's done well. Such a good shot because he knows that there isn't spin in this pitch. So he's gone straight down the pitch, mid-on, mid-off inside the circle. So all he had to do was just hit the ball straight, keep the head still. Excellent shot by McCullum. Under pressure, never easy. They will not need the big finish that the Indians needed to end up with 246. And quite a character, Macmillan.
Reverse. Good shot. There'll be a couple. This might go for 4. Oh, that is well timed. Well, he can play the circus act. He can play the trick shots as well.
This is the point I was trying to make. For a man who can do that a little while earlier, can also play so sensibly. This is another match-winning innings. He's played two so far. Two very important innings for his side. Not match-winning, but where a lot of sense was needed in batting. He can do that as well. He's completely in control of the situation here. Another single takes New Zealand now very close to the target. That's gone fine. That should be four. There's no chance on this field. Races away to another boundary. The crowd has gone silent.
Lovely shot from Brendan McCullum. He's a handy man down the order. Batted 9 in Pune early in the week, and he's here at 8 today.
Big one was doused very quickly by the policeman. Expensive over, this one for India. 234 for 6. Blazing innings with the bat, and then 2 wickets at crucial times. Here he is again. McMillan moves on to 78. Let's assume New Zealand win this one. They don't win with a bonus point, so they get 5 points. New Zealand the bonus point, get the 1, so both teams will be on 9 points. There it is, another 4 for McCullum. That's the ripple, the applause.
The newish ball, a bit more bounce. Little top edge it races away. Need to grimace through. It's a good result. But not good bowling, too wide.
Well, that's gone to mid-off, and most likely this will be called. No.
We'll get the side-on look here. I didn't look that high to me. Well, that's not above your waist. That's about level.
7 needed. New Zealand to win. This will be their first win in the competition. Remember, the first match was at Chennai, India-New Zealand, which was washed out to Australia at Faridabad and Pune. Such a huge factor is the light factor, Jeff. Cuttack, normally teams back first in a day match.
Yes, I think conditions have definitely been better to bat second of 11. So chasing have won 7 during the day, though India have got a good record here. At least one, a big couple here. Good save. A very handy 3.
Nalanda, whether that was a clean stop. VVS Lakshman is the man in the deep. A good flick. Pretty clean that was. And a chase for Murli Karthik. Hemang Badani over the wicket to McMillan. So now 2 needed. New Zealand to register their first win in this tournament. No protection with mid-on, mid-off inside the circle. Goes for the sweep, and he's got it fine enough for a 4. Big smile on the face of McCullum, and a handshake with McMillan, who's played the innings for New Zealand. So New Zealand have their first win in the TVS Cup One-Day Tri-Series. They started off well with the new ball. Zair Khan and Ajit Agarkar got some pace. The line was good. And you can see the top 4 not contributing too much, but Scott Styrus, McMillan, and then McCullum playing the innings for New Zealand to take them through to the target of 249.
Zahir Khan, better with the new ball than the old tonight. It's a bit of a reversal of form for him. The others chipped in. Hubbard didn't bowl well. Murli Karthik